Department of Defense budget cuts affecting more, though, than just military operations. A new report reveals the budget cuts could hit closer to home than you might imagine. In depth tonight, KARK4's Marcy Manley joining us now with more. Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Jessica. We're talking about two tax cuts totaling about 18% of the department's budget, $900 billion over the next 9 years. And while the DoD pays for conflicts overseas, contracts for services are awarded to companies right here in Arkansas. Some you may never have thought would have a thing to do with the Department of Defense. Jermaine Parker stitches and stacks belts in a textile factory in Little Rock 10 hours a day.
I really didn't think that this work meant a lot. You know, I didn't know where it was going.
If you're like him, you wouldn't assume this small operation's uniting thread would be the Department of Defense.
Knowing that I'm doing this for our troops, you know, and that really gives me a good feeling.
Arkansas Lighthouse for the Blind, a nonprofit that's competed for thousands of dollars in defense contracts, and 3 of the 4 employees you see are visually impaired.
We just focus on their abilities, and they are as productive as a sighted workforce.
Chief Operating Officer Daniel Novelli is totally blind, but he closely monitors the Department of Defense budget because 70% of production is ordered from the feds.
It's hard to get a forecast. This past 2 years in particular, it's been really hard to get a forecast from the government on what they're going to have for the entire year.
It's a place many companies in Arkansas rely on as a major revenue stream. In 2010, nearly 2,000 contracts worth more than $600 million from the DoD awarded in Arkansas. Over the last decade, they stack up to nearly 16,000 contracts, or $4.8 billion worth.
Our product lines go right to the federal government. We let our employees know that the job they do is to support the U.S. troops.
But with troop drawdowns and deep cuts in the defense budget, some of that could change. A 9% cut projected to cost Arkansas $54 million. Double that to the full 18% on the books, you're looking at $109 million no longer coming in. A sign of the times we're already seeing.
You know, when times get hard, you know, when no orders are coming through in this certain department.
Loss of revenue can translate into job loss for those working to fill the less frequent orders.
The last 2 years we've been down and up and down and up, and unfortunately we have had some layoffs.
It's a scary outlook for those who work here because jobs are hard to come by as it is, even when you're able to see.
Where can I find another job? You know, it's hard to find a job when you're blind.
Reporting for KARK4 News, I'm Marcy Manley.